In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the properties of the magic square. We're going to look at the magic square of the sun. It's considered to be kind of a universal square. It contains the numbers from 1 to 36. If you add up the rows, the columns, or the diagonals, that sums to 111. When you add up all the rows, it adds up to 666. If you add up all the columns, they add up to 666. These numbers can be useful as well. Now, this magic square is also synonymous to the roulette table. The original roulette table had a single zero. So you can see how the numbers are set up on the table. I'm not going to get into that. You can look into that. There's a definite correlation between roulette and the magic square of the sun. This is also indicative of the astrological decans. Each zodiac sign, the 12 signs, has a subdivision of 3 10-degree segments, and each one of those are called a decan. So you have 36 individual 10-degree zones as you move around the zodiac. So all of these 3 things are tied together. Now I'm going to take a principle from roulette and show one market application in this video. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the total number of 36 plus the 0, and we're going to say there's a total of 37 on the roulette wheel. There's a chance of a 1 in 37 outcome, the 0 or the 1 through 36. So we're going to use that number and we're going to apply that to a price chart. In this case, we're going to do some calculations for time. Now we're looking at a price chart of NVIDIA daily bar chart. We're going to use the principle of the 36 numbers on roulette plus the 10 gives us a total of 37 numbers or 37 possible outcomes on the spin. So what we're going to do here, we're going to measure some swing lengths. I'm going to do some swings top to bottom, low to high. You can also go low to low, high to high, and adjust this. So what I'm going to do is just work out some swings. We're going to use the, we're going to take the measurement of the swing, subtract that from 37, and project forward with that number from the end of the swing. So in this case, the swing down here from this high to this low is 31 days. If I subtract 31 from 37, I have the number 6. I want to project forward 6 days. It's 4 days to the end of that correction, and then we've got the gap up, which is on the 7th day. So that is 6 days over the weekend. Low came in on Friday, Monday a gap day up. Okay, now let's move along. The next swing is 10 days up from the last low to this high is 10 days. You can see the time span at the bottom there of the box, 10 days. Subtract from 37, we get 27. Project forward 27 days gets us to this bar right here. 1 day off the low, which was at 28 days. 28 days down, subtract from 37 gives us 9 days. Looking at 9 days up, we have 8 days there, and then the high comes on the 11th day after the weekend. So the 9 days is Saturday. The high comes in Monday in front of just that 1 day reaction. The next swing up is 21 days. Subtract from 37 gives us 16 days down. Gets us down to the area of the low. This bar is 15, this bar is 18 right around the weekend. We had the false breakdown and then the rally up off of that point. That swing down was exactly 20 days. Looking for 17 days up. One bar before the high is 16 days. Then we have the weekend. The high comes in on Monday. So you can see going from swing to swing, we were able to identify the area of each significant pivot within a day or two. And two of them were wrapped around the weekend. One last example before I close this out. What you can do if you measure some longer swings that are longer than 37 days, you can just mod out the 37 and use the opposite of the leftover. So in this case, I'm going to take my cyan measuring stick and go from this low to this low here, which is 68 days. And I'm going to subtract 37 from that. That leaves me with 31 days. Taking the opposite or subtracting that from 37 leaves me with 6 days. 37 minus 31 is 6. That falls right there between the 4 and 7 days at the end of this reaction, which confirmed the very first projection that we made on the video, that where we had the gap up day here, you had two measurements confirming to that time period over that weekend where you got that big gap move on the Monday. So that is just one of the magic square techniques. There are a few others, and it's possible I might bring some more of those out, but this is a very simple one which is applicable to not only the charts but also to the roulette game.